somebody else. I think we it's kind of weird. We started our 5 non-freshmen, and I don't know what but just trying to look at some lineups. I thought our freshmen got comfortable at various points in the game. I mean, not all at the same time, but I felt like, when you look at the things that they did, and I thought our depth was on display. I mean, I think that's going to be a big thing for us is to play our bench, because I feel like when the game opens up a little bit, we're going to be probably a little bit better in transition, and we're going to have to be a little bit better in transition than we have been in the past, just because we don't have the experience in the half court. So you're going to lack a little execution maybe in shot making in the half court. But I thought the game opened up obviously when you score that many points. So good to get the freshmen. Good to have them put a uniform on. But yeah, I thought Keys and Kenny got off to really good starts. The 30 assists, 11 turnovers is great, and then forcing 26, or maybe we didn't force, because usually in the first game some of them are kind of handed to you, but the turnover disparity was big. So happy, plenty of things to work on. Excited that we get one more opportunity against a good North Dakota State team on Sunday.
Keys, did you feel like it was important for you and Kennedy to kind of get out to tone-setting type performances with how many young, new faces are kind of around you guys right now?
Yeah, I think it's just important for us to be leaders, and I think that comes with setting a tone. And I think our freshmen, they're all so good, and they have been following our lead, and they're great listeners. So I think when we do set the tone and we get off to good starts, it only makes it easier for the freshmen to do the same. So, yeah, I think it was important for us too.
Kiani, you were out there with 4 freshmen at one point. What does that feel like?
Honestly, I can't even tell. They have been playing amazing. They've been doing good in practice. Like I said, they're really good listeners. So yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that was the case, but they're super energetic, super fun to play with. So yeah, it felt good.
Ava, how did it feel to get going there in the fourth quarter, especially?
Oh yeah, it felt good. I mean, for this game, it was good just to get the nerves out, playing in a new environment with a new team, with a whole new offense. But it felt good, and it also helps that the coaches and the seniors, Kennedy and Kiani, have helped us get more comfortable with the offense over time.
Ava, I know you've been out, so you're kind of catching up right now. What do game reps do to help you kind of accelerate your progression as you go through your first game?
Yeah, I think just getting stops on defense, getting, a good possession going, and then just pushing the ball, finding the open person, and getting just passing the ball, seeing the ball go through the net for other people helps me get going too.
Yeah, but what did it feel like to just be out back on the court and playing basketball?
Oh, it felt really good. I missed playing when I was out, but it felt good just to get going again, playing against someone different other than the boys, so that was a big thing.
And you called the timeout there early in the second quarter. Wasn't real happy with the defense, it seemed like. What did you say to them, and what did you see from them after that point forward?
Kiani. Well, we'd given up 6 offensive rebounds at that point. We gave up 5. In the first 4 to 5 minutes, I thought we were pretty good on the defensive glass. And then the game, we had a 10 or 12-point lead, and it was 21 to 15. We didn't rebound, and we've been a good rebounding team in practice. I feel like that's because we're a little longer and we're deeper. But we had too many possessions where 1 or 2 people weren't really thinking rebound, and so, yeah, I told him I don't like to use a timeout in the first half, but, with this team, yeah, that was, I think, their 6th offensive rebound in the first, under 12 minutes. So they were on pace to get, 16, 17 offensive rebounds. I said, that's no disrespect to Missouri Western, but if we're playing a Big East team and we're not going to rebound any better than that, we're taking the ball of the net too often. So yeah, it was a defensive end, but it was primarily rebounding. Right, Keys? Right, Kiani?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah.
She was told to show
Yeah, she was really good in that first half. It took Ava a while to get going. I felt like her first couple stints were she played like she was a little tight, but I thought Kendall was like really good early, and she has shot the three better in practice recently. I mean, she doesn't need to be a high volume 3-point shooter. I don't expect her to be a high volume 3-point shooter, but she's a capable 3-point shooter. I mean, but they left her open, and she had her first one, and then she, you've seen her practice enough to know she can get downhill. She made good decisions. Defensively, she's got some versatility too there. We put her on 35 there, one of their post players there with different lineups, so just moving her around. But yeah, I thought she has practiced better in the last week or so, to the point where I didn't expect 18 and however many assists she had, but like 4 steals, I guess. But she's practiced better, so she's going to have some big games for us. I feel like she's, when she's good, she was a really highly rated player before her knee injury, and I think she's going to have some really big games. The key will be just to be consistent as a freshman.
Speaking of knee injury, what did it mean to get Grace some good minutes out there in a real game?
Yeah, it's great. She's looked really good in practice, I feel like, for somebody who'd taken that much time off, and I think she just, her experience and her presence and her communication, like she's our loudest, communicator on the court. And I don't know how much, double big will play with her and Liz, but we will play some, and that's kind of what we have decided on. But yeah, I think, and she's a rebounding machine too. She wasn't necessarily tonight, but 6 rebounds in 17 minutes. So I feel like she's going to do a lot of really good things for us, because I'm really impressed with the way she's practiced for having been out as long as she has been.
So this was your first in-game look at the youth movement.
Yeah.
What do you think of them as a collective?
Yeah, I was nervous to put them all on the floor at the same time. I kind of had a substitution script pattern, like, okay, this is what I kind of think I want to do. And when I was kind of working through it, I'm like, okay, I got to be careful not to put them all 5 on the floor, or 4, but, the way the game was going up and down, it seemed pretty natural to just go ahead and do it, because I knew it was apparent early it was going to be a high-scoring game. So I knew there were going to be a lot of possessions. So, you look at, Nora had 6 assists, no turnovers, and made a couple threes. And, even just the glimpse you guys got of Neely, like the ball comes out of her hand so quick and so effortlessly. Like she's, it's not the most conventional shot, but it comes out quickly in the same way every time. So she's gonna make threes, and I'm excited about what that group looks like, and just to have one more opportunity before a real game, I think, to get them even more comfortable. But so it's nice to be at home and have the game, have a little bit of freedom within the game where, like I said, it was up and down enough. They weren't worried about one mistake flipping the game. So, but yeah, I think there will be times where we're going to have 4 of them out there at a time. I think for sure 3.
I know game score probably dictated some of it, but how committed do you and the staff feel right now to, having a bunch of players play double-digit minutes and leaning into your depth, versus how much you feel like if the game gets tighter, you might shrink it a bit? Where are you at right now with that? I think as you asked me today, I don't think we'll shrink minutes as much as some teams we have, just because I feel like we're gonna have to play hard and win that part of it, because we're going to make more mistakes in the half court than we've made in the past, at both ends, right? We're gonna tighten up if we have to play half court and play tired kids a little bit. We just don't have the experience not to make as many mistakes, and then even defensively, when possessions get, like I said, magnified, and a mistake in a lower score, mistakes in lower scoring games get. But yeah, you see when we put
Kiani and Kendall and Ava on the floor. We got 3 kids that can kind of get downhill, and even 2 of them at the same time, and then we can surround them with shooting. But yeah, on October 22nd, when you're asking me that question, or 23rd, whatever. Yeah, I think we'll play a deep rotation of double-figure minutes players.
What would you like about the offensive connectivity between this group? So many new pieces. It kind of be easy for them to not have their footing this early, but to have 30 assists on 38 makes.
Yeah, I was good. I was a little surprised because I felt like we could have honestly reversed the ball a little bit more. And what I liked is we didn't make nearly as many threes the second half, and yet we scored the ball almost as well as we did the first half. And, I think because we were 11 for 22 the first half, that's probably not – I know the looks we got are going to be better than the looks we normally get, but I do think we can be a more balanced team. We can throw the ball inside a little bit more. And, I think we can be a good ball movement team. I mean, you think about it. I mean, I mentioned, those 3, but Nora played a lot of point guard at Millard West last year, so she's a kid who can move the ball, and then you've got, kids who can shoot it. So, I wouldn't have guessed that it would look quite the way it did on offense, but, I know too, as young as we are, it's hard for Division IIs to come in here because they don't get summer access and they don't start as early as we do with workouts. So, and they have a new team. So, and I told our team that, we're young, but we still have an advantage in terms of connectivity at both ends because they don't have the run up with the summer and as much access. Like we've been practicing for a month now, and I don't know what they don't get to start quite as early. So